Uh, I was making a video before that I just posted, and my neighbor came over. So I cut it short because I don't want anybody suing me for anything. Because I don't trust anybody anymore when it comes to this. Um, I don't. The bad part about it is that they're making us not trust people. And when we start telling people what's happening to us, we sound like we're out there, woo-woo kooks, like we belong in some kind of a mental institution, we're schizophrenic or we're drug users or both. And they turn away from us because the main goal is to keep us isolated and to keep us separated from other people. Divide and conquer is what it's called. It's how they divide and they conquer. They have a group of them. They stand strong within their group. They have a group mentality. So they feel protected within their circle of friends and their circle of employees, because anybody they're paying to do this to me, that person is their employee. They're receiving money. Wherever the money is coming from, it doesn't matter. That person is their employee. They're paying people to do this. They have people on their pay list. Like I said, if they said that I had done something to them, something really bad, something really, really, really awful, that, merits people to get on your bandwagon and, be belligerent on your behalf and be defensive of you and be just on your bandwagon saying, like you're just, they're just standing with you, united. They're mad at the situation. They're empathizing with you. They're sympathizing with you. They're not going to do it for over a whole year, giving of their time day and night for no reason. I have checked myself on pedophile lists. I've checked myself on rapists. Actually, I haven't done that. I'm going to do that today when I get off the phone. I just need to know, what's going on out there. What's going on out there. Because I don't know. The thing is, do a search for yourself. There's a database called Truth Finder, but then just don't stick to that. Just type your name in and do searches for yourself constantly. See what comes up. And one of the things I thought about was like this, when they call the antichrist. Talk about them, they're like the antichrist. In a lot of ways, people, when they think of Christ, when they think of the antichrist, what do they think about? When they think of the antichrist, you're thinking hellfire, brimstone, the devil, tail, a pitchfork, horns, red, black, whatever. But how I examined it, I woke up this morning with this thought, because I usually wake out of my sleep being awoken by whatever the frick they do, and then I start talking because I get angry. And then my cat goes berserk. That's one of the ways they're getting back at me, by messing with the cat. Like in the video I just posted, she just went on me and she didn't even know it. And I can hear this clicking, like things clicking. The neighbor that was the previous video that came to my door, I was standing outside and she heard it too. So usually around you also, I'll talk about the Antichrist in a minute, but look at around you and find people who might be renting rooms in their homes, and you might find somebody who is very quiet, like just doing something. Their lights are probably mostly never on. They're very quiet, and it's like they might be getting a lot of delivery packages. I think what they're trying to do is to say that I was doing it to them, or I am doing it to them, or I was doing it to them. And like I've said, a dead woman can't defend herself. I think they've done this to a lot of people, and I think they are not very nice. I think they're deadly. And I don't know the people they've done this to in the past, what became of those people. Because what they're doing to me right now, does not feel like their first go-round. It doesn't have that feel. For them to be this persistent, This tells me that they have done this before. The hardest part of this for them is that I'm not dead yet, which means the goal from the get-go, the decision was to have me killed. That was the decision. And maybe to plant something on me. Now they've stolen those stamps. They've arrived. They have shitloads of money. Like I said, those stamps are probably worth millions of dollars. They're collector's items. They're collector's items. And there's quite a number of them my grandma had. And they've arrived. Financially, they have arrived. So they probably feel, well, they don't have to do this anymore to other people. I'm like the last frontier. But they want to know that they're home free. So how can they be home free if they have crimes out there without a criminal attached to it? That, they might be in the vicinity, might be open cases, cold cases, whatever. But people are still questioning it because the people may be still alive. Some may be dead. I don't know. So what do they want to do? Is who do you think they want to attach to it? That would be me. That would be me. And like I said, a dead woman cannot defend herself. If you're dead, you can't say, no, that is wrong. I didn't do that. I don't know what you're talking about. Dead woman can't do that. Since they can hack into any database. It's not going to take long. And now they seem to have a lot of money. They can pay people off. They can bribe people. I mean, if they can pay gang stalkers, who else they can't pay? If they know how to find these people, they get around. They know exactly what they're doing. They didn't fall off the turnip truck yesterday. They know exactly what they're doing. They're not newbies at this. So the next thing is like, I'm just talking about the Antichrist. Like when people talk about the Antichrist, like you said, like I said, the picture hellfire, Armageddon, exorcist, somebody having like a demonic possession, the type of stuff like that, demons, but let's examine what was Christ about. What was Christ about? Christ was about self-empowerment, about having faith. When he said, if you're asking your Father for something in heaven and he doesn't give it to you right away, don't lose faith, don't lose courage. He said, if you ask your earthly father for something, he might not give it to you right away, but he will give it to you. How much so will your Father in heaven not give you? And he is love. He doesn't have love. He is love. He is giving. He is merciful. He is everything good, everything positive. Doesn't have it. He is it. When Moses asked the burning bush, who should I tell Pharaoh is sending me? He said, I am that. Am, present. There's no past, there's no future. He is. He is. So you must think in terms of present right now. If you want to sync up with that vibration that is the Almighty, just think in terms of present. But we have so much garbage coming at us. We go off in many, 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 many different directions. But anyway, when it comes, that was the Christ. The Christ, every time he healed someone, or every time someone was healed by just being near him, he always said one thing: your faith has made you well. He never took credit for it. He never took credit for it. He said, your faith has made you well. Go and don't sin again. So that was Christ. So you're talking about the Antichrist. You're not seeing horns and devil and Armageddon. You're seeing somebody who they call a false prophet. He was empowerment, self-empowerment. They will take away your empowerment. They will turn us into slaves. They want power over us. They don't want us to be empowered and strong and assertive. They want to take those things away from us. They want us to be weak. They want us to be downtrodden. They want us to be laying on the ground for them to do with as they please. That's where the antichrist comes in. So if you say they're like the antichrist, say yes. Do you know what the antichrist means? That's to me what it means. The antichrist. Christ was about self-empowerment, freedom, just doing everything from a place of love, with love, in love, of love. Having nothing that is taboo to you. As long as you do it with love, you would never hurt another human being, and you would never hurt yourself in the process. But if you don't do it without love, if you don't do it with love, you want the goal, but you will do what they do. They will step on people and mess people's life up to get what they want, because they don't care. So they are like the antichrist. They take away our power. They take away our basic human rights. They take away everything that we build, that we have anything successful. Whether it's a successful business, whether it's a successful venture, whether it's inheritance, whether it's something we know of or we don't know of that's out there in our name or for us and they know, they take it from us. And on top of that, they turn us into this. Because they want to make it so where they shorten our lifespan. They shorten our lifespan. They feel that they have the right to do this, to take away our lives while we're still living, to take away our lives, to fill it with misery and confusion and pain and suffering. These people really feel they have the right to do that, because I don't see them not doing it. I don't have anything else. I can't say something positive. They are doing it. I'm not going to look for a reason within that to give them an excuse. There's no excuses. This is what it is. They've been doing this to me for over a year, but maybe it was longer than that. I just didn't know. I had no idea. I mean, I only found out about gang stalking this year. I didn't know anything about this shit. That there's so many people out there like you who are being affected by this. I really and truly, I didn't know anything about it. I mean, TI, I was like, what is a TI? It's a targeted individual. I had no idea what that meant. That was simply not a part of my world. Because I had no reason to research it. I had no reason to look there. Now I do. But again, with the Christ and the Antichrist, they're like the Antichrist. They're the false prophets. They're the ones who prophesy fakely, because their goal is moving from just grabbing money to enjoying this torture they're inflicting on us. And I have to say, in my heart, they are enjoying this. It's gotten that bad where they are relishing in the suffering of another human being. They are, because I've never seen anything like it. They are relishing in the thought of our suffering, that we're suffering, and they are causing it. I think it makes them feel powerful. Christ was about self-empowerment, being empowered within yourself, knowing who you are. They're about knowing how powerful they are over you. They want us to know that, and about knowing our place, not ourselves, but knowing our place, that they're up there and we're down here. Like, they have power over us. That's where the Antichrist comes in. It's just the opposite of that. They take power away. He taught us to be empowered. And faith is what makes us empowered. Hope, love, joy, something to look forward to. No matter how many mistakes we made in the past, no matter how many failures we've had, We can make it. We can do it. They want to take all that away and make us feel there is none. It's that this is it for us. Why bother going on? They're going to get to us anywhere we go. They're going to get to us. So that's the message they want to share. That's the virus they want to spread. That's the false prophesying. That only they have a right to be here, we don't anymore. That's the false prophesying. Anyway, this is my idea, and I thought of it this morning, of what the Antichrist is. It's not hellfire. It's doing the opposite of what he did. It's teaching the opposite of what he taught. It's being the opposite of what he was and is. Everything he stood for, turn it upside down, and there you have the Antichrist. Everything.